Welcome back, tankers of Blitz Universe. As I promised at the end of the grill review we published a few days ago, here's the Leopard 1, maximum mobility at tier 10. Cause yeah, summary, this tank is about the gun, great accuracy, really good gun, lovely gun handling, and it is fitted on a really mobile gun platform. So there you have it. If you like mobile tanks with a very good gun and not to mention no armor, then this is a tank you will want to go for. If you want to have some more armor, do look further in the tech tree. There are options available like the Russians, the T62 and the Opticon 40 or the E50M, but this is a very good tank nonetheless. We have a fair few games for you, 3 full games, some snapshot stuff showing you equipment in there, stats and numbers, armor inspector views. But before we dive into the gameplay proper, public service announcement here. I will be traveling to Minsk to visit the offline finals of the Twisted Cup, where the champions from North America, Russia, Asia and the EU South will battle against each other. I feel honored to have been invited to Minsk to visit the Wargaming headquarters. I haven't got a clue what I will be doing there yet, so I might stream, I might be able to talk to developers, I might be able to just visit Minsk and talk to other people as well. But I'm looking forward to it pretty much, and I'll keep you updated on what's going to happen there in Minsk. And yeah, in the meantime, do send me questions you will want to ask the developers. I'm betting there will be a session there, not sure whether it will be, but I will have something to take with me then and ask around a bit. So please drop them in the comments or via my Facebook page or on the email address martindogger@gmail.com. So much for the rambling and the talking. Let's get into the games. We are using the tank in its intended role on the flank, being a bit of a scout, lightish medium tank, and just pumping shot after shot into the red tank. So I was thinking this was going to be a very easy peasy lemon squeezy quick game, but as you can see we are losing a few tanks around the C camp. That object 268 is bothering me. Is he going into the B camp or not? So that's why I'm waiting. And I was hoping I was unspotted, but apparently I'm not, as you will see in a few seconds. Because I'm going to dive straight into the 268, go to the left of the rock and then shoot him, but he was pre-aiming. I'm probably spotted here, so I get whacked in the side, but I can take him out, no problems whatsoever. So yeah, we can now roll onto the ST and onto the E100. But they have far more health left than a few of my teammates. I have no armor, so they will probably be able to shoot me regardless. But I'm rushing in, I'm rolling the adrenaline, and I'm moving out, leaving the ST for there at that position for now. And you can see how good the mobility on the tank is. I'm going to show you just how good it is on a few more occasions, and you will see it on the stats and numbers as well. But this is what you have to do in the Leopard if you are circling an E100. If you do it properly, there's no chance he will be able to really get a shot on you unless you bump into buildings or whatever. And you can see I am keeping an eye on that ST. As it turns out, he went AFK, lost internet connection, I don't know. So it was less of a threat than I was anticipating. So that meant I put a fair few tracking shots into that E100 for no damage, but that locked him into place, allowing my friendly E100 to go in as well and finish off. And I should have probably tracked that ST in place, so I would have gotten some XP from that E100 killing the ST, because this is a good game. It is a supremacy game, giving us a first class badge and a Confederate for 4.4k damage. So yeah, pretty nifty in my opinion, and this is how you can play the Leopard. Really as a flanker, being a bit in the back at the beginning, just spotting, holding one flank, taking a look at what's happening, take a look at the minimap, etc, etc, and then roll in for the kill. Alrighty, equipment stuff. This is on my CC account. I have exactly the same setup on my main account. Repair kit, multi-repair and adrenaline just to up the DPM a bit. On the provisions front, standard as per most of my tanks really improve fuel and both rations chocolate on the German tanks. And for the ammunition I run 40 APCR, I have 15 heat rounds and 5 HE. I rarely use them, but then again I wouldn't be shooting 20 heat or 45 APCR. The equipment, gun rammer, obviously protected modules on the top row and the optics, which you will really need. I have supercharge fitted because yeah, with the gun as it is already fairly good aiming time. The armor is not good, so I'm not going to bother improving it. I'm going to use the enhanced assembly, getting more hit points done, getting even quicker traverse, gun stabilizer, and the bottom two. Yeah, those are mostly optional. So a quick rundown through the sets will show you that the Leopard is, yeah, it is about on par with the DPM machines that are known as T62A and OB140, 3129 stock DPM, 100% crew obviously, but no provisions added yet or a rammer, so that's pretty impressive. Far better than the E50M, than the STB1, and the FV4202 has been nerfed obviously in 4.2, but it's also better than the M48 A1 pattern. Shell velocity fairly quick, the Russians have it just a bit better. But yeah, the 10.5 centimeter Bordkanone L7A3, that's basically the same gun as this one, the rifled gun on the STB, the Royal Ordnance gun on the FV, and the 105 on the pattern. So that's pretty respectable, pretty good indeed. Gun handling stance, you would expect that this is a sniper tank, very good as well. Not the quickest aim time, it's on par with the pattern and the Object 140, but the T62 is just a bit quicker. But the good thing is, with this gun, especially if you look at the heat, if you load that up, suddenly the Russians have the least shell velocity. That means that this one, the Leopard and the E50M, the STB, FE and a 48A1 pattern, well, in terms of guns, nothing really special, nothing that really stands out on the tanks. I mean, the Leopard and the Russians both very good in terms of DPM, but where the strength of the Leopard lies really is in the mobility department. It's all red and pinkish on this side. That means the Leopard is the best in class. The E50 has 60 km top speed as well, but it has a, a fairly bad power to weight ratio. It's slow on the pickup, and the Leopard is just very quick. 65 kilometers, no problem in getting that one. That means you have to go to the front line and you can relocate like a boss as well. Very good in terms of traverse, just a bit better on a 62 and a 140. But you will be able to outturn a fair few tanks. You won't be able to outturn these far mediums over here, but in terms of heavies and tank destroyers, yes, no problem whatsoever. Then again, you win on mobility, you lose obviously on armor, but there's a few tricks you can use to, well, up your chances of surviving in the Leopard 1, and let me show you just what I mean with that in Armor Inspector. And the armor profile itself, it isn't really that spectacular. Of course, the only thing that really matters is the gun mantle at 65 spaced armor. That's something of armor that you can write a home about. But other than that, it's mostly yellowish stuff. That means below 70, as you can see here. But there's one good thing: this frontal plate, it has a thickness of 70, and that means that if with a little angling, you can get it up to a very nice red position. As you can see here, we are shooting at a Leopard. Obviously, we are shooting with the i7 using that 130mm derbish gun. And if you were looking at this one straight on, no problem, you would get through. But use the maximum gun depression on the Leopard and get your angles like this. Or maybe even not using the gun depression, get your angles like this. If you poke in and out, you can see that that frontal plate becomes slightly reddish, or more so completely reddish. And because it's 70mm times 3, that means 210. That means that even a tier 10 tank destroyer like the derpy FE has problems going through the front plate. It will bounce. And I have a small collection of snapshots I want to show you. And why not just start with showing how you can bounce IS-7 shots on your front plate. There it goes, 390, as you can see from the damage indicator. This is still in update 4.2. But there was an APCR shot from that IS-7. And you can see I'm just here to hold the hill at the moment. I'm not interested in doing anything else but staying here, trying to get a few shots in on them. Asking for help. I can get a shot in. There we go. That one stained him, but he also bounces on my front plate, so all well and good. I got shot here from the AMX, bounce a shot from the grill. Noted, 640 plus 400 blocked. Blocking 1080 with your little Leopard. That's a good thing, because that's 1080 damage not shot at your teammates. So that's a small thing you really have to get into your skill set. The other thing you can really do, and I've shown it on the earlier game on False Creek already, is just use the mobility of the tank. And this, of course, you can use big mobility, but you can also use small mobility like this, where you have to maneuver around in the pack of tanks. I make a mistake here by shooting that E3 and then not rolling forward towards the IS-7, because I was not paying attention to where he was pointing the gun at. I took a hit from him. No bouncing on the sides, and that is going to cause us in the end. This is not a full game, but we're going to lose this one. As you can see, the cap is already up pretty high. I think this was a total of 4.4k damage. And here's another thing you really have to do is track red tanks, because you have the mobility, you have the gun, you have the accuracy to do it. And if you don't track tanks, then, well, good luck. I think it's one of the best things you can do if you have a tank with the accuracy like this, like the Leopard PTA has, like the FV over there has as well. And like said, in the stats department you also have the possibility to go to a flank fairly quickly, go to positions where you are able to hold at first, to be the scout. This isn't a medium tank in the Blitz way, as most medium tanks are. This is it's a cross between a light and a medium tank. It is of course a main battle tank, but it's a real predator. A bit unfortunate here with the blocking. The PTA catching a shot from me that was supposed to go into the front of the IS-7. But it doesn't go through, so here we go again. We are on HIMMELSDORF, as you can see, and I'm including this review specifically, not because I'm playing really good, but normally if you have a tank like the Leopard on HIMMELSDORF, that's not the map you really want to be on in this tank. I get shot by the FV, get shot by the E75 over here, but we can block him, get another shot in on him, but it bounces on his turret side. And I'm not quite sure what I was doing here, but for one reason or another I am pressing the fire button, but it doesn't sort of connect. But we get saved, luckily, so we are turning around again and trying to shoot this FV. And this is normally not the type of map you want to be in that lightly armored Leopard, because it is flattish. It isn't completely flat, a lot of berms and ridges and piles of rubble to hide behind, but it's easy to have your tank on False Creek, where you have the big factory in the middle. And it's easy to have it on Million Ruins or Naval Frontier, to just go through and really then get into the business and tear people apart like a mother bother. And that's what we're doing here as well. You can see again, short flank, small mobility using that. So we're taking a position over here, spotting, because I knew there was a tank over there. There's a red Leopard. Okay, he's moving out of the square. I'm not moving in. Full health IS-7. Bad idea. But the red Leopard is going in over here. I can pre-aim, shoot, pull back. He fires, misses. Thank you very much. We are holding a flank again. SU is rolling in as well. Haven't got a shot on him, so I'm turning on the spot to make it impossible for him to shoot me. And there we go. It's the Leopard again. Can we track him into place? Yes, we can. Thank you very much. And he misses again. Thank you very much. That's the joy of tracking a tank. And if you have taken a look, and of course you have, at the hit points he had before he started engaging, That's also one of the things that you have to keep in mind with the Leopard. You are a very quick tank, which means you can go to the action fairly quickly, but it can also get you into trouble fairly quickly. So take that into account if you start to engage red tanks. It's the DPM, the gun, it can make you feel like you are capable of taking care of pretty much anything on the battlefield that you will face. But then again, you are a medium with not that good armor, so you are not able to take care of anything. You do bounce on the front plate if you have it well angled like that, as you 1 to 254 was shown here. Thank you very much. But yeah, it's a mobile tank, and that's the main thing about it. The gun, very good, very accurate. It's a stable gun platform, but that good gun is on more medium tanks at tier 10, and the Leopard is a cross between a light and a medium. So yeah, you have to use that mobility. If you don't use the mobility, don't drive a Leopard, and I really mean don't. Onwards to the next game. It's going to be on Vineyards, showing really how mobile this Leopard can be. And it's not an ace game, I can tell you that already, and there's not a first class game in this one. If people go asking what is that camouflage scheme you're using, I had an Android mod in the historical skin mod thingy somewhere, which gave me skins for a fair few tanks in the game. This one, especially the Leopard, I was hoping there were more tanks, but some of them have come into the game after that mod pack was created. It isn't my own, I got it from a website. We'll drop a link in the description below, or you might as well just Google it. WoT Blitz historical skins. Looks very good. So yeah, that's why I had it over here on the Leopard. But as you can see, I'm doing what I told you on HIMMELSDORF in the beginning, going to the front, holding this key position, tracking the gorilla into place. Thank you very much. He gets back for 858, 885. I can shoot him again and get the kill. Affirmative. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. But now what to do? Because I can see from the left I was seeing one flank city. Nobody's flanking towards the city, and that grill probably spotted us all. And yeah, having the whole of the team in just about a quarter of the map, that's not good. So I'm going to the flank. I'm not interested really in doing damage. I would have wanted to do damage, but I shoot the front plate of that FV, so that's unfortunate. E50M isn't available, so I'm turning on the spot, keeping the houses between the T95, between the pattern and me, the E50M, the FV. And I'm rolling in over here on the flank again, completely drive towards the back into a spawn, hoping I'm already unspotted now. And I think I am. And I want to help the team here, because I'm predicting that the FV and the E50M will go chasing me, because a Leopard, if you run an FV, that's a juicy target. Yes, they are flanking, so I can put a shot in. There we go. Turning on the spot again. You can see keeping the house between me and my main threats. I'm bumping into a rock, but that's okay, because I'm unspotted now. Going into this little depression over here. And we are rolling in on the T95. Can we shoot the FV again? No. Can we shoot the E50M again? No. Can we shoot the object again? No, we can't. So leave the E50M, leave that FV over there. We can shoot the T54. So it is all coming together. Small mobility, big mobility. Using the gun, using the DPM, picking your targets one by one. Don't be picky about them. If you can kill a tank, that would be nice, but if you can wear them down to just above 100 hit points, that's all well and good as well. T95 is down. I'm not going to bother about this T54. I want to get the object 260 out, 268 out of the game. I thought he had shot here, but apparently he hadn't, so he whacks me. But I can put one into his back. There we go. We're on 2 kills, and the Reds have 2 tanks left. And yes, this was an easy game. But this was also made easy because I decided to push fairly aggressively on the flank, try to tear the Reds apart. I managed to do so. I can get another shot in on the FV underneath the bridge. There we go. And yeah, this is what a Leopard can do. It is a tank for the flank. It's a tank that you have to use wisely, like you have to use all tanks wisely, obviously. I've said it on the grill review we had just published. But this isn't a tank where you can go to the front line and try to get the DPM in, because you don't have that frontal armor that the T62 or a Big 140 have. You don't have that side scraping possibility of the E50M. You do have a far better DPM, but you have about the same gun. So yeah, Leopard in a nutshell. Use the flank, use mobility, use your map awareness, use the gun. Be aggressive if needed. And be the eyes and ears of your team. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you do, please subscribe to the channel to never miss an update. Check us out on Patreon if you want to support us financially. There's a possibility to, links are in the descriptions below. And I catch you, ladies and gentlemen, tankers of Blitz Universe, all on the next one. One thing left to say, cheers, happy tanking.